I got this Hammond M2 organ out of a funeral home in the late 1990s. And I'm not a keyboard player, I'm a guitar player, but I do play some keyboards. And I think I paid $200 for it, and seemed like a good deal. And I think I had a Hammond service shop do some work on it at that time. And for the next couple of years, I played it on and off. But we were doing an opening gig for Molly Hatchet, I think, over in Cheyenne. And I decided to haul this in my trailer 45 miles from Laramie, where I live. And unbeknownst to me, you're supposed to lock down the Tonewheel mechanism in order to not damage it, because it's suspended through springs, and in order to not get really noisy. And when you transport it, you're supposed to lock that down, which I didn't know. Anyway, for the last 15 years, after damaging it on that trip over to Cheyenne, it's just been sitting. And today I decided, I need to either get rid of this organ or get it to work again. The good news is it took me all about 30 minutes after doing some research, looking up some YouTube videos, and I got it running. And it was actually fairly simple. I thought I had cut some wires, turned out to be all mechanical. So let me show you what was wrong and what I did to fix it.
So it's a Hammond M2. From the serial number, it looks like it was built in 1954.
And these were built like a tank, and very industrial. I ended up removing the back, and this is the Tonewheel generator, I believe. And basically, here's what the problem was. Over here, this is the motor, and the clutch was basically not grabbing the wheel. This is the wheel that runs the motor, and this clutch here wasn't engaging. And so you can see how now it engages. What I had to do was move this gear over to the right. It had been sort of pushed down to the left, down that way. When I moved it back, it got in alignment with this clutch. And I'm not an expert at this, so I don't know if I used the right terminology. Anyway, once I did that, I can fire it up. Probably helps if I plug in the power. I have it unplugged because I want to do some work. I want to replace the tubes and some other things. You can see there, it engages right away. Turn it on. And there it is, running. Miles have oiled it. There's 3 places to oil it. There, there, and there. And voila, after 15 years of no use, this was before they had Leslie's, so it doesn't have a Leslie, but it still sounds great. It's got the good Hammond sound, and I'm excited to start playing this again and maybe do some recordings with it. So that's my little video on how I fixed my Hammond M2, and from now on I will remember to always lock down the Tonewheel generator when I transport it. Those screws are right under here, right there. There's 4 of them. Looks like one is actually missing. And so anyway, gotta have to replace that. There's the tube amplifier. Still sounds great after 55 years. Is that how old it is? 65 years is how old this is. So pretty amazing. Illustrating the Hammond M2 from 1954, and this organ hasn't worked since Laura was born, so first time she's singing. Look at that. It's all oiled up and good to go.